Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Beyond Crazy. You guys asked, and here it is. We're doing it again. So I'm gonna head up north. I will say a couple complications with the last time I was up there. I didn't get to quite do as much as I wanted to. I got kind of duped by the Airbnb. I didn't really know how to go about like talking about that because I had a fantastic time. The food came out great. Like there was nothing wrong with that, but the description was a little bit off as far as how close it was to the actual Grand Canyon. So I axed the Grand Canyon. I wasn't really feeling the best after I did the second cook there, so I didn't end up doing much of anything. I ended up just like hanging out with some loved ones up in Flagstaff, spending some time up there, and then just feeling better so I could ride back down. But today I'm gonna go back up. I'm actually gonna be up there even longer this time, so I've got an amazing agenda of things that we're gonna get done. And then also, I got this to show you guys. So this might mean nothing for you guys right now, but this is the mount that is going to allow you guys to see the beautiful scenery on the ride up. So I'm super stoked about that. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm probably gonna stop in like northern Phoenix area. I know you guys are probably thinking, oh my gosh, you're wearing a black hoodie, and I'm literally already sweating. I made the investment. So it's a Gullinversity. Super happy with the company so far. It is a motorcycle hoodie, so it's reinforced just to keep me safe. I'm on a longer ride. I can deal with a little bit of sweat if it's gonna save some skin. So awesome guys, super happy to have you guys along. Let's get it. All right guys, sweet. So I'm about 45 minutes into the ride right now. I am now in like northern Phoenix, like Carefree area. It's pretty nice out right now. I will say it's a bit windy and it's so hot. I literally had to pull off my jacket just to be at a standstill to get gas right now. It is a doozy. I'm definitely gonna have to like search and maybe see about like some like hot weather riding gear or something. I'm just dying out here guys. But I literally just drank 3 water bottles. I'm ready to make the rest of the trek. Found a little bit of shade to make you guys this little video, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set up the GoPro on the mount here on the bike, and yeah, we'll see how the film turns out. It's the first time I've ever done any kind of like moto filming or anything, so you guys will just have to let me know what you guys think of the angles. All right, I have made it to Love Station. This is actually where I stopped the last time. Figured it might as well stop again. It's like an hour outside of Flag. I normally stop at Munns Park just because this is where like majority of the hill is. Yeah, super stoked to be out here. Literally, there's people everywhere. And you guys, I hope you understand how uncomfortable I am. I like actually picked a spot like out in the middle of nowhere, and yet everyone's coming over here. But I don't own the gas station. Everyone has the right to be wherever they want. I will say, it's been a super cool ride right now. I got asked the last time what I listened to on the bike. I listen to pretty much only 80s music. It's really weird to me, I guess, but it's what I really like listening to when I'm on the bike. Also, on the way up here around like Deer Valley in the 17, there was a motorcycle accident that I did see. So just your guys' friendly daily reminder, guys, wear your gear, ride within your limits. Like, it's a really fun hobby until it's not. Just don't feel pressure to ride faster than you're comfortable with. Just ride your own ride. We say it all the time, but just please guys, like it's not worth your life. Like it's a fun hobby, it's a fun way of life, but it's not the way to end yours. I'm gonna get going. I'm probably just gonna go ahead and drink this, crack another water. I'll get out of here in probably about 10 minutes, and like I said, I'm about an hour out, so yeah, I'll let you guys know what happens. All right guys, I just made it to Flag. I am super stoked. Honestly, you guys probably saw a little bit on the video. It was rather rainy. Please guys, do as I say, not as I do, okay? Just make sure you're riding within your comfort level, guys. Like, I've been riding for a bit. I'm comfortable riding interstate speeds in the rain. I will say I would feel absolutely mortified if anything happened to literally any of you guys. Like, please ride within your limits, ride your own ride. It's the most fun hobby in the world until it's not.
So just keep your guys yourself safe. Make sure that you can, you know, it's all fun and games. Everyone wants to be cool or do the thing, but trust me, just ride safe so you can get home to the people who really think you're cool, guys. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna run inside to Fry's, see what catches my eye, and I'm honestly not sure. I've got plenty of daylight left. I might stroll through downtown, see what's up. I don't really have a set plan or anything. I feel like I always have the best time when there isn't a plan. So I'm hoping for the best. Like I said, I'm gonna be here for a couple days. I'm absolutely stoked. I am absolutely stoked. The weather is absolutely perfect. The riding, fantastic. Just everything in general, guys. I also wanted to answer a question about the last time I was up. You guys definitely noticed a dog. That is not my dog. I definitely did not arrive in Flagstaff with an animal of any kind. What I ended up doing was I rode up to Flag. Like I had mentioned, I spent some time living in Flag. So with that being said, I was able to meet up with some people and grab a vehicle as well as see my old dog. So I was super stoked on that. And yeah, so I won't keep running my mouth here. I'll let you guys enjoy the clips, and yeah, we'll get on with the cook.
All right, guys, it is the beginning of the second day. I'm not gonna lie when I say that I was super tired after traveling on the first night, so I actually just ended up going and just taking the night and just resting. I ate some Filibertos. I didn't think it was very interesting, so I didn't record anything. But the second day started. Oh, look, there's motorcyclists. That's how you know you are in a good part of town. So I will say I didn't really know what I was gonna do. So I decided to just look up everything inside the general area, and I was like, perfect. Winslow is an hour away. As you can see, I'm in a completely offset location, definitely a little bit different for us. I'm actually out, I'm gonna be paddleboarding Clear Creek. I didn't bring a GoPro strap. I'm going to be death gripping this thing and hoping for the best. I'm gonna probably not stand as much just because, but it's gonna be super fun, guys, and I'm super happy that you guys get to be here for the everything. You have got to be kidding me. It is literally so beautiful. I just saw a bridge. I really wanted to climb it. I pulled over to the side, but it's shallow water, and yeah, I'm not gonna be that guy. So I was told there was a couple cliff jumping spots over nearby, so I'm hoping to make my way over that way. But honestly, I'm thinking about getting in pretty soon here. It is very, very warm. You thought that I wasn't gonna jump again? Your turn. I might struggle through a little bit, guys. I am super tired. I will say I need to keep it down just a tiny bit in case some people are sleeping. I'm not really sure. It's been a full day. Went a little off track today as far as the plan. Not exactly what I expected. I went ahead and went to a bunch of spots. So I went to like 3 different places trying to find a rotisserie of sort. I messed up a little bit, guys. I bought a prime rib versus getting a ribeye. I thought I was getting a cowboy steak. Didn't really talk it all the way through with them, which I definitely should have done. I've got this beautiful steak, guys. But it is a prime rib roast, and that's going home to get cooked for Kraz because Kraz doesn't seem to like prime rib. Also, just to answer a question, I get asked this all the time. Why do you call Aaron? What do you call Aaron? I call him Kraz. It's a name that he actually chose. It's his username from a game that we play together called League of Legends. That being said, that's going home to be cooked for him. Hopefully change his mind about prime rib because it is honestly something super tasty. But for today, what we're gonna be doing is just another ribeye, except for the tiny little twist. I've been seeing a bunch of videos about this viral cowboy butter, so I decided to pull a recipe for it. It looks super good. I've seen it literally all over the internet, so I'm gonna go ahead and make some of that today and run through, and then I'm thinking something a little sweeter because I opted for no sides for the steak, just traditional boy dinner. So literally just gonna do the cowboy butter with the steak, and then I think I'm gonna run a special dessert as well because I will say, while I was up here, I ran into a really cool spot over here that had fresh peaches inside a cart on the side of the road. So it is peach season, so figured might as well make something out of that. So I went ahead and I removed all of the skin from the peaches. I will say if you have a little bit more time, you can literally just blanch those off inside some boiling water for like 30 seconds and then throw them in an ice bath. It's called shocking the peaches. And then you can just peel, like literally take your fingers and peel the skin off. If you have more time, do that. If not, and you're just trying to throw it together, do what I did and just run through it real quick. Peeling ripe peaches might not be the most fun project, but just get through it real quick, get rid of the mess, and it'll be worth it, guys. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and just slice these peaches up, remove the pits out of them, and I'm gonna cook those on low heat with some sugar and just caramelize those down. It literally just occurred to me right now that not everyone watching may even know what breaking down a peach looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and, for the people who already know how to break down a peach, do the double tap thing, skip the 10 seconds, I'm sorry. But for the people who don't, I will say just act like it's a really slippery avocado. Just go ahead and just lay that inside your hand. Whenever you're cutting towards yourself, be extremely careful. When you're doing that, you'll notice that I'm working more with my left hand to work the food around the knife than I am my right hand to work the knife around the food. That's just whenever you're working with something inside your palm, like clams, avocados, peaches, things like that, you're gonna wanna just make sure you're doing that. But if not, I would go ahead and set that down and just push your thumb inside the middle of it, pop it loose, and then you can just use your thumb to pry that seed out. I've got these peaches broken down. I'm gonna go ahead and come in straight into the cast iron with these. Don't worry about overcrowding right now, guys. These are gonna reduce down quite a bit. And then what I'm gonna go ahead and add to this is going to just be a touch of salt as well as half of a cup of dark brown sugar and then half a cup of regular white granulated sugar. We'll give this a good mix around and then just medium-low heat until it's nice and syrupy. If it's not nice and syrupy by the time I'm done cooking my steak, I'll add some cornstarch to it to thicken it up. I'm gonna take this time while the peaches are reducing. I'm gonna take the time right now to make the cowboy butter. I'm just gonna use a whole stick of butter right now. I'm not really sure how much I'm gonna personally need. I'll go ahead and I'll link the recipe that I'm using. But yeah, super excited. I've never had it before, and like I said, I've seen it all over the internet lately. So I'm gonna come in with a complete stick of butter. It's going to be chives, thyme, parsley, lemon juice, lemon zest, garlic, salt, pepper, red pepper flakes, cayenne, paprika, and Dijon mustard. Don't worry, you don't have to remember it. I'm gonna write it all down in the description. You guys can just go ahead and click it. It'll have everything you guys need to know. Just about halfway there on our reduction for our peaches as well, guys. These have been probably going for about 10 minutes or so. Probably gonna have to go a bit longer. Like I said, this is probably about halfway. They're starting to look a little more like we want. The syrup is actually starting to form, starting to thicken up. I'm just gonna continue to just go ahead and cook those down. We want those a nice consistency for us. It's looking good so far, guys. Let's go ahead and combine this all together. So let me also add that every time I've ever seen this recipe done online, it always looks a lot more liquidy. So put 1 and 2 together. I changed the bowls, put it into a ceramic bowl so I could hand it off to Chef Mike and let him take care of it. And I will say that look at this butter. Are you kidding me? It smells so fragrant. I tasted a little bit of it. It's absolutely delicious. I cannot wait to throw this on top of this steak. That being said, seeing as how I'm trying to get these both out at the same time, I need to check in on my cobbler. This cobbler has just about a couple minutes left. I'm making sure to periodically move it around so that I don't get too much stuck to the bottom here, but this is definitely looking like more of a syrupy consistency that I'm looking for. I don't think I'm gonna have to use the cornstarch. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'll show you guys what to mix together. It's super simple to mix together inside a large bowl. We're gonna add it to the top of this. No stir on that, and then that's gonna go straight into our ovens for that cast iron one pan peach cobbler. There we go. Say that 10 times fast. All right, you guys, home stretch. Let's make this batter, okay? So it's gonna be a pretty simple batter. 1 cup all-purpose flour, 1 cup of granulated sugar, 6 tablespoons of butter, 1 cup of raw milk, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 2 tablespoons ground cinnamon, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this all together, show you guys what it's supposed to look like. In the meantime, I can take a second and show you guys, this is exactly the consistency we're looking for when it comes to the peaches. So this is gonna look more like an apple pie filling. It's taken up a significant amount less space than it was, and you can see that it's nice and syrupy, it's looking nice and golden, and yeah, it's looking like what you want to see in your cobbler, guys. So that's put together, and yeah, just give me a couple seconds and we'll throw it all together. So I've got this all ready. Honestly, it's just adding everything together. I normally try to do, I didn't sift any of the ingredients, but I know that's the proper way. Normally you'd level them and then sift them and then do all the dry ingredients, all the wet ingredients. I didn't do that this time. I just did it country style, just threw everything together and whisked it together until it was smooth. I'm gonna go ahead and add that in. Like I said, we're not gonna stir it. I'm just gonna add that in over the top, not completely. I'm gonna do it in little divots, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna toss that into the oven at 350. And yeah, I'm gonna let that ride for probably about 25 to 35 minutes, and that'll give me plenty of time to finish off this steak. I'm just gonna go ahead and go in with my cup. I'm just gonna go ahead and lay a couple of these big ones down. There's no rhyme to reason in this part of it. It's just gonna be about leaving enough of I like to make larger sections so that you can leave a lot of that cobbler or the peaches exposed on the top of your cobbler once it's all said and done. Time to finish this cook, guys. I know I'm ready to be done cooking. I'm so tired, but I'm even more ready to see this food done. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this over medium-high heat. I'm just gonna go ahead and start heating that up. I've got this steak from before just sitting. I salted it, let it come up to room temp. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pat that completely dry. I'm gonna hit it with some salt and pepper. And then I'm gonna do a small amount of avocado oil inside the pan. I'm gonna lay this straight in and start the cook. Steak's been going for like 7 or 8 minutes now. I'm gonna give it a flip and start that butter paste. We don't miss, guys. Look at that. Let's go. So I've got just a couple minutes before my cobbler comes out, but guys, look at this. You have got to be kidding me. Perfect color, gray band was minimal, super tender. Grade A, guys, grade A. And to all of my cooking nerds in the comments, what is this called? You guys let me know. Guys, you guys gotta try this with the cowboy butter too. I will say I pre-dipped that piece into another little piece of butter because I didn't want to mess that up because that took way too long. But honestly, I don't see another way that I could make this any better. It is about that time to pull out my cobbler. Give me 1 second. And there it is, cast iron cobbler. I will say this, the whole it won't cook if it's being watched method is a total lie because I just watched this thing for the last 45 minutes and it did finally cook. Ooh. 110%. You guys will see an episode of me making this for the kids this week. I promise. This is so good. So freaking good. So there's a steak. There's a cobbler. There is a first day paddleboarding and all. I've got a super fun day planned for tomorrow, hoping to start with an early morning hike. So can't wait to see if that makes the video. Hopefully it does. But thanks for joining me in my first full day over the weekend. It was a pleasure having you guys. See you guys soon.